So I got tired of replacing broken taillights. Every time I back up into a little bush, these acrylic taillights just break. And there's only so many times you can keep buying these things before you finally get fed up with it and got to come up with a better plan. So I thought about Lexan. See what it says right there? Virtually unbreakable. Lexan. Good stuff. But how do you cut this stuff? And what does it cost? Well, this sheet right here, which is big enough for me to make two 4.5 inch by 4.5 inch tail lights for my trailer, cost under $10. And what do you cut it with? Well, carbide tip gridded jigsaw blade. Check this out. This works like a charm, and of course you got to drill some holes to put the screws in, and a regular drill bit works. So all I did was trace the tail lights onto this piece of Lexan. I put it underneath this board with the 2 clamps on it to hold it down onto the table while I cut, and then I use my handy dandy Harbor Freight drill press to pop a couple holes in it, but I'm sure you could do it with a regular drill as well. Well, if your tail light is too broken up to put on top of your Lexan and trace it like mine was, you could take your Lexan, put it over your tail light fixture, and then trace it either from the back, or if you're lucky enough like me, you got some light coming in from the front in a garage, you can actually trace it from the front just by the light like you see here. Well, I got this thing marked now, and I'm going to leave the clear film on one side and the white stuff on the other side on there until after I cut it. That helps you not scratch it up. After you cut it, you could use a regular file like this to round off the edges and take off the burrs from the cutting. Just a file like this works really good. And I strongly suggest using eye protection when you're using this drill, because those little plexiglass or Lexan pieces go flying, and if one hits you in the eye, well, could possibly do a lot of damage. But wait a minute, Lexan is clear. These are tail lights. They're supposed to be red, aren't they? Well, I thought for a minute, and I said, well, maybe I can put some of that red tape that they use on the broken tail lights on the back of it. But then I did a little bit of research on the internet and found out clear is fine as long as you use either a red or an orange tinted bulb. Here I left the white plastic on the lens, and I suppose you can do that too because it does let the light through if you wanted an opaque appearance instead of a clear one. I imagine that at some point this opaque film would come off though. Here's my finished product, Unbreakable tail light lens. Just need to go get either an orange or a red bulb to make it all legit. While you got the thing apart, it's really a good idea to put some Vaseline, or what we used to call petroleum jelly, on this light socket, because it'll stop the corrosion that you see here and stop you from having taillight failure and getting pulled over at some point. If the video was helpful, please give us a thumbs up so we may continue to make educational videos.